This time of year, it's a regular occurrence. Proms, spring formals, dances that can be the stuff of lasting memories. And for one little girl and one Maryland father, that was very much the case in a place where these things are uncommon and earned.
Looks good.
I'm really excited about this. Actually a little overwhelmed.
Look up.
Just being able to see her do what we normally do, some sense of normalcy.
Just can't wait until I see him again.
Daddy mode is like the best.
The day has finally come. First, the new shoes with the white bows have to come off.
Yeah, I got my ID.
Eva and her Uncle Roger must pass through security.
Switch her in. Switch her in.
That includes a pat down, even if you're 9.
She's like a daughter to me.
Eva lives in Virginia Beach, so only once or maybe twice a year she sees her dad.
Yeah.
Today, the waiting has her tapping those new shoes, just like the little girl she is.
I'm gonna run up to him and give him a big hug.
The other children, some younger, some older, wearing their best, embark on the walk across the Jessup Correctional Institution for a rare father-daughter dance inside the maximum security prison. Uncle Roger, a loving chaperone.
I think because it happened when she was so young, a lot of her current memories are of him already being in prison.
Eva's father, Eva Samuel, pled guilty to first-degree assault involving police. His 16-year sentence is not up until 2032.
This is not lock them up, throw away the key. This is make them better than they were when they came.
Inside the prison gym, where tonight's dance will be held, Eva and her uncle find ways to stay busy. Nearby, the dads sport donated suits and ties. No prison uniforms tonight.
Oh, maybe she's seen me. She's looking for me.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, her dress is so beautiful. I love my life. Come here, baby.
There are no physical limits to this visit, unlike a regular visit where just one hug is permitted.
Hey, baby girl, I love you so much.
The fathers here tonight have undergone programs like anger management, crisis de-escalation, and have had no serious infractions for 1 year, or even a minor one for half a year.
I liked to make a lot of excuses when I first was incarcerated. This is why it happened, this is why it happened. When the only real excuse was that I wasn't ready to be a member of society and I needed this time.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Like, I'm really proud of you. He's matured quite a bit. More in 4 years than he did his entire life. And that is what I want from a correction system.
Whether they're behind the wall or outside the wall, a father is a father, regardless of their situation.
You gonna give me all my kisses?
When it came time to dance,
Can you dance in those new shoes?
I don't know.
maybe a slower dance was just about right.
They're my favorite. Even at the little moments when things feel like they're about to overwhelm, I have to remember what I have on the outside.
As a father and daughter took their time, made up for time, and made a memory that can sustain.
I just want her to always know that she is my motivation.
Before the donated suit and the brand new shoes with the bow have to be put away.
So needless to say, there was not a dry eye in that gym.
I can imagine.
And among those shedding tears were correctional officers who were watching this take place, seeing not an inmate, but a father.
A father.
Yeah.
Like the warden said, a father is a father. You talk about, not a dry eye. And
Yeah.
not seeing it up front. I mean, I just saw that piece for the first time and I'm trying to hold back
Yeah,
the emotions. I mean, just seeing that moment when she jumped into her father's arms and then the dance. I mean, a father is a father, a daughter is a daughter, and that's love.
So that is love, and it should be pointed out, more than half of the incarcerated inmates in Maryland prisons, they will go home. And the idea is that if you can forge this relationship, this familial relationship, that it will grow and it will cause families to reunify, and perhaps it will keep people from going back into prison as well.
It's a very important point, and thank you for doing that story. I think people will look at incarceration a little differently because of your story tonight.
Well, we wish him luck. Ryan is a Bowie State College junior, and he is a 4.0, so we wish him well and his daughter Ava well.